Greetings, people of the internet. I'm Scott with Serkworks Art Labs. Welcome to the underground laboratory where we create robots, alien zombies, and other imminent threats to humanity. We also create comics because this is the 100 Days of Making Comics Challenge, where we spend 30 minutes a day, every day, working on our own personal comic book project. And we do that for 100 days straight. This is my personal comic book project, Young and the Dead, issue 1. I've got 2 other issues available. The first 3 issues are, of course, available at Serkworks.com. It's a kids versus zombies story, kind of like Goonies meets Night of the Living Dead. So yeah, that's my comic. So I am in the process, like I said, I've got 3 issues done. So I, right now, am in the process of working on issue 4. And I am in the penciling and inking stage. I'm doing each page pencil and ink. So some people like to pencil the whole thing and then go back and ink it. Some people pencil it and hand it off to somebody else. I'm doing both, but I'm doing kind of pencils, then ink, then move on to the next page. So anyway, and now as I'm drawing, as I'm creating, there's a lot of things you want to think about when you're drawing. And one of the things you really want to pay attention to are tangents. Now, if you're not sure what tangents are, a lot of you are, but there might be some people who aren't familiar with that. And to be honest, it was a while into my kind of creative career before I really understood the term tangent, which is, and when I say understand, maybe that's a little bit of a misnomer, because I was aware of them. So I knew when I saw one that was something wrong, and I would change it. So, but I just didn't know the term and everything like that. So, but basically what a tangent is, it's where like a line, a curve, or some kind of shape intersects, or not intersects, but, you know, butts up to another line or shape, or, you know, plane or whatever. So it's basically when they kind of touch each other, but they don't intersect, and that can create some problems, especially if you have objects like they're supposed to be in the background or foreground, and sometimes it looks like they're touching when they're not supposed to, and it just doesn't work as good as designed. So I'm going to do some real quick sketches and kind of tell you what I'm talking about. But first, before I forget, we got to figure out where we are in the challenge. So I got the big pad of paper, the big fat Sharpie. So we are at day 67. Day 67, that's where we are in the challenge. So just to help keep us, you know, oriented, so we know where we are. So I'm going to put this pad of paper away, but I've got another one right here, and I am going to do just some quick little real stick figure-y, you know, demonstrations of tangents. So if you guys, yeah, you guys have all seen The Christmas Story. Remember the part where the kid sticks his tongue at the lamppost? So maybe you're drawing here. Let's see. Can you guys see this? I'll put it up here. So let's see. We've got, again, we're just doing stick figures here. So we've got our guy. I forgot the kid's name, but he's got his tongue. He's sticking it. That's the lamppost. So if that's what you want, if you want the kid sticking his tongue out of the lamppost, that's cool. But what if you have a picture and you want this kid to be sticking his tongue out, and this is so bad. This is just a demonstration. So this is supposed to be his tongue. All right, that's not his nose. That's his tongue. But anyway, so he's sticking his tongue out of the other kid. Fine. But what if you want to fill in the background and everything, and then you go ahead and you throw a lamppost there? It's supposed to be in the background, but it looks like his tongue stuck on the lamppost again. So what you want to do in a situation like this, you got the kid sticking his tongue out, blah. The other kid kind of like, and then, so we just throw the body in there. So if we wanted to fill in the background, I want to show a lamppost. Maybe we'll do a lamppost kind of like that right there, where it's not, you can tell he's in front of it. Okay, so that's kind of what we're talking about as far as tangents. Let's see. Another example might be. I'm out. Let's see if I. All right, here we go. All right, so say we got a guy here. Maybe he's like a knight, so he's got a little knight plume thing like that. Is, you know, he's got his sword out. All right, so he's standing at this kind of this big kind of crevasse or whatever, and then maybe we want to have some mountains in the background. But what if the mountain kind of went like that? I mean, that just doesn't look right, you know? the sword is like right at the same angle as that mountain. So we don't want to do that. We want to fill the mountain in kind of like that. So, and there's all kinds of different examples of tangents and things in work. But I just wanted to, if you weren't familiar with that, that's something you want to pay attention to. They're really easy to fix. Once you're looking for them, you can usually spot them and you can kind of correct it. But for me, it's almost intuitive. When I see something, I'm like, no, that doesn't work. And you know, some of them, every once in a while, something might slip by me. I don't want, you know, if you go through my book, there maybe you find some tangents here and there, but I do try to pay attention to that type of thing. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about today before I get on to the process of making comics. So to do that, we're going to go up here out of screen to where the paralleloscope is, and we're going to find out what's going on with the process of Young and the Dead. Okay, continuing my work on pages 4 and 5, the double page spread, and finally get a chance to actually, we got beyond all that technical stuff, all the ruler work and everything, and now we're actually getting the brushes out and inking some of the characters, and this is the part where it gets fun for me anyway. So if you're new, I usually always mention what tools I use, but I might as well mention again because a lot of people always ask. But to ink, I use a Winsor Newton. This is a Series 7 number, I think this is a number 1, but and it's a little old and it's sort of frayed, so I got to be careful. But I ordered some new pens, or some new brushes, so hopefully I'll get those soon, and I won't have to worry so much. Because I always have to kind of look and make sure that the edges are, like when I dip it in the ink, I got to kind of twist it around so it doesn't fray out and everything. But anyway, so I use the Winsor Newton Series 7. You know, 0 to 1 is kind of where I use this. If I've got big areas, then I've got a number 2 that I use, and I guess you can go bigger than that. But I don't use a lot of heavy blacks in mine. And this one, I think I might. This elevator in the background, I might make that black and kind of pop some of that out, but I kind of use black sparingly and do a lot of shading and everything when I do that. But anyway, and then as far as ink, right now I'm using the Speedball, which is pretty good ink. I also like the Deleter Black number 5, which is like a manga ink, works really well with Copics, and it's also a nice smooth ink, so I ordered some of that too, so I'll probably switch over to that. But the Speedball is pretty good. But anyway, yeah, just filling in some of these characters and just trying to get this done because I've got a party to go to. So I actually have to go clothes shopping because I've got I got to dress up, which is unusual for me. I don't usually dress really fancy, but I've got like one shirt that I always wear and one tie, so I need to go get a new tie and a new shirt, and so I'm gonna wrap this up and then I'm gonna go do that. So this is something you're not going to see every day. I'm actually in a suit and tie. How about that? And we are back in the lab, and we're going to say goodbye to day 67. And we're going to do what we do every single episode. We're going to crumble that up, just to symbolizing that we're done with that day. So long, day 67. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Come on back for day 68. I'll see you then. Hey everyone, you've seen the process. Now you can check out the story. Issues 1 through 3 of Young and the Dead are available at my website at serkworks.com. Also follow me on social media at the links listed below. Subscribe and check out some of the other videos in the series. There's much more to come.